Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I have been talking about the summer of the mini board, and it has truly been the summer of the mini board. Check out the brand new iteration of the Mini2s from WowGo, and it is a lightweight, powerful packing punch board. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's go ahead and start off with the deck here. Now the deck here is a fantastic shape of a semi-little fishtail in the back here. Perfect concave to that tail. Awesome puck right there too, allowing you to protect the bottom of the deck there as well too. A perfectly mellow concave shape right there. And it is almost like a dish-like all the way around. The choice to go with the 3mm foam tape on top here also adds to the comfort of the board and the grip of the board too. Design on there, aesthetically pleasing. A lot of black and gray. It's kind of the theme of the season here, but overall a fantastic choice. Now on the bottom here, I have a pre-production model here. So it does say the WowGo, or it says the Mini2 on this side here. It doesn't say the S. The new ones do, and they are a different shade of color here. Now the really cool part about it is it does have this like speckled fleck inside of here, and the flake inside there is just a really good standoff feature. So, you know, just one of those extra little tiny features that are available in there. Now WowGo has also went ahead and integrated the cutouts there for the wheel flares. It comes with 90mm wheels on here, so you need those wheel flares inside there. Now let's go ahead and flip this thing over and talk about the components underneath here. Let's go ahead and talk about that battery enclosure. The battery configuration that went inside this enclosure is the Samsung 30Q 12S 2P configuration. So plenty of power and speed available to be pulled from here, with the heatsink plates on the side there as well too, and a total watt hours of 260 watt hours of power there. It's not the biggest battery pack that's out there, but I actually enjoy that because it leads to the lightness of this board overall. Only 17 pounds of weight total. So this is easily able to be carried, throw inside of a locker, put inside your car, throw in the backpack, and be able to carry this thing around. It's not a 25, 21, 22 pound board on the weight there. That little extra weight adds up, you know, over time, especially if you are walking with this. That extra weight definitely adds to it. So at 17 pounds, definitely a plus for me in that sense. Portability is king on this thing. Inside the enclosure, with those Samsung 30Q batteries powering that 12S 2P configuration all the way to the Hobbywing ESC version 5.0. Coming with the remote here too, very familiar in the Hobbywing scene. Power that thing on there, powers the board on there as well too. And you have all of your information displayed on here. This ESC also allows you to have the app. It gives you a customization as basically from personalizing your ride with speed limits, acceleration adjustments, brake adjustments, and more features that are inside there. It is a generic app that allows you to connect multiple different boards on there. It's not something from WowGo directly. That's fine. I don't find myself even needing to necessarily go in there and adjust from what they sent to us, but it is a cool feature being able to talk about here. So they do have an integration app available to you so that if you do find maybe the acceleration curve or the braking curve a little too aggressive or too soft, you're able to go inside that app and be able to check out and change out the different features inside there. So great step up in that sense. That ESC is now pairing that brand new 700 watt Hobbywing motor belt drive. Biggest feature here is the belt drive. Stemming from their original Mini2, it was a hub drive system. They have now delved into the world of belt drive. It makes a world of difference for comfortability, power output, and swapping of the wheels, which you can also get 105mm cloud wheels with this as well. Great feature overall. Belt drive systems are definitely the way to go when it comes to anything if you want the comfortability and the portability factor there too. Now you do trade off the stealth mode and the loudness of it. This board does scream. But it also reaches up to 28 miles an hour quickly. I was very, very surprised how torquey these motors were. I almost felt like 700 watts was kind of an underestimated rating on these things. I was in speed mode 3 for almost the entire testing bout, and I never felt the need to go above that. It was plenty of torque in that range, allowing me to get to incredible top speeds of up to 25 miles an hour with my weight on there and feel incredibly stable. These motors also power the 90mm by 62mm by 78A durometer wheels in here. These wheels are squishy. Let's go ahead and do a little squish test. Eats up the road, eats up the bumps, the cracks, everything they have to do in there, and provides excellent amount of grip. Where I find that these new 78mm, 90mm wheels might be one of the like fan favorites from these companies. They are knocking it out of the park as far as it coming to grip and power. 78A is a very soft wheel. 90mm by 62mm contact patch is a perfect amount of contact patch. I found myself really actually enjoying the carve on this thing. The truck system that's on here is a 45-degree cast aluminum trucks. They look great. They actually are really smooth to the touch. They feel like they're a nice fit and finish there as well too. It has the two double barrel bushings on there, 95A double barrel bushings, and plenty of squishiness, but also stability. I found myself really enjoying the carve on this board, more so than I found in other minis that I've actually ridden as well too. It felt almost not like a double kingpin series where you can do extreme cutbacks, but it definitely gave my weight of 220 pounds ability to enjoy a carve and weave through and get a nice stability feel inside there. Overall, the package deal is fantastic. I think WowGo has really listened to the community. They reached out to everyone and they said, what do you want to see inside of a mini board? And the community spoke: belt drive, powerful motors, nice range, and ability to go ahead and swap out those wheels inside there. I think WowGo has done a fantastic job and stepped in the right direction when it comes to this board. Now, the range on my end, I am a heavier rider. They're claiming 18 miles of range on this. I didn't get that. Now, with me riding, I was riding anywhere from like 20 miles an hour. Wasn't really like being a cautious rider in that sense, and I got 12 miles of range in this thing. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot compared to their 18 miles of range, but range is affected by a multitude of different things. It could be the temperature outside, the road conditions, how heavy the rider is, the aggressive speed, and these things I would say, because I was enjoying myself so much and the power on these motors, I was really pushing this board pretty hard everywhere I was going. So for my week-to-week runs, I found myself all of a sudden realizing that at the 12-ish miles of range, this thing clicked onto the 25% battery voltage sag. And I said, all right, well, let me just keep going. Kept going, kept going, kept going. After about another half mile of range, it found that it dropped down to the 10%. And then eventually when I got to the door, it made it to where I was going, but it did cut out almost at 13 miles of range there. So I will give it the benefit of the doubt that probably at a lighter weight rider or someone that is more conservative as far as not riding as aggressively as I was, but being able to enjoy the board, you can squeeze out 18 miles of range in this thing. I don't doubt that. Just for my testing purposes and whatnot, I found myself closer to that 12 to 13 miles of range, and actually pretty pleasantly happy with that. Again, this board being as light as it is, using those Samsung's 30 batteries, 260 watt hours of power, and being able to get up to 28 miles per hour with that amount of range, it's a fair deal. Belt drive on there as well too. You know, it's just an overall pretty solid package deal. I really can't complain about it. It has its place in the world. I think they did a great job with the deck design, the wheel choice, the motor choice, the belt drive system, and the hobby wing remote. They really have overall made a very nice package here. And if you're interested in going ahead and pick this thing up, go ahead and check out that link down below. It is an affiliate link, so make sure if you do want to support the channel, go ahead, purchase through there, use that code down there below as well too, and save yourself a few bucks off, and that kicks a few bucks back to me at no cost to you. Guys, I really think the summer of the Mini has been a fantastic time for me. I cannot wait to go ahead and actually take all of these boards that I have and kind of pin them together. So if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button down below, thumbs up this video. There's gonna be a ton more videos coming out, and I really look forward to talking to you guys in the comments down below. If you haven't yet, check out the WowPa gear. I have a fall line coming out as well too, so make sure you stay tuned to that. There's gonna be a discount code down there as well too. If you type in WowPa in the link down below, save yourself 10% off there as well too, and that helps out the channel again directly, but you also get some kick-ass merch. So if you haven't yet, check that out. Otherwise, guys, make sure you always wear a helmet. Stay safe. Until next time, peace.